Hi, Mr. Layton here again with another video. And in this video, we're going to go over mouthpieces. Okay. When you have your instrument, you selected your instrument. That's the one I want to play, Mr. Layton. Now it's the point where we're learning how to play it. And for brass players, we're going to start at the very beginning, and that's on our mouthpiece, making sounds on our mouthpiece, being able to get a buzz and use our tongue. Okay, so let's go over that. And I have three mouthpieces with me today. I have a trumpet mouthpiece, I have a trombone, baritone, euphonium mouthpiece, and I have a tuba mouthpiece. Now, I don't have a French horn mouthpiece with me right now, but for all intents and purposes, the French horn mouthpiece is very similar. Not exactly the same, but it's very similar to the trumpet mouthpiece. So, what you want to do is here's a couple things that you want to be able to do on the mouthpiece. First of all, you want to be able to get a good buzz. How do you do that? Now, basically, you're going to make what we call the band face, or think about the way our face is going to be once we apply the mouthpiece to our face. Now, there's a fancy French word called embouchure. Okay, that's how we use our lips when we play an instrument. And we want to make sure that we have the proper embouchure. So we're going to form that right now. I want you to imagine that you're saying M or mm. Some folks say firm, and you stay there. What's happening is you're kind of bringing these corners of your mouth back, like you're doing some weird awkward smile, like my parents are trying to embarrass me, right? Okay, so you want to keep those muscles firm, chin muscles firm, but keep your lips relaxed. I'm going to do a buzz on my lips only. So that's like a raspberry, right? I'm giving like a raspberry motion. Like you've done this to a baby, like little baby, right? That's what we're doing inside the mouthpiece. Let me try to demonstrate that with my visualizer. Okay, I got a visualizer here. This is just a mouthpiece rim. And so all that stuff's gonna happen, but now it's gonna go inside a mouthpiece. Okay, and I don't wanna be off to the side. I wanna try to center with my face, right? Let me try to make sure everything's centered. And I generally start students with equal top lip and bottom lip in there. And then but be careful not to pucker up too much. Okay, that's what we need to try to do in our mouthpiece. So if you have your mouthpiece, pull it out of your instrument, pull it out of your case right now, and let's think about that. Make the band face. Put the mouthpiece on your embouchure. Make sure it's center. Take a big old breath. Okay, that's the kind of buzz you want to get. Now, if you're getting an air buzz, it's because your lips are not close enough together to where they're going to flap around in there. Okay, so you want to bring them closely together. I don't want you to think about tightness or anything like that. We're going to keep these lips relaxed. We're actually using quite a bit of air to push through our lips, okay, so that they vibrate. That's the goal. If you're not using enough air, you're going to have issues. Or if you're pinching, like some beginner trumpet players like to do this. It's too much tension right here. Right? Pull these back. Think reset to and try a free buzz. Now try a regular buzz. I have a trumpet mouthpiece now. Okay, those are the things I want you to work on. Tuba mouthpiece, a little bit different. It's a lot bigger. So trumpet versus tuba, trombone, baritone versus tuba. It's like huge. You can eat a bowl of cereal out of this mouthpiece. So it's a little bit different. You gotta think really loose, like a horse. I want you to think like a horse, right? So watch. Almost like that. So a lot of times when I took private lessons, my teacher Bob Sanders, he would say, "Well, look as stupid as possible." Huh? Huh? Especially for when I took lessons on bass trombone, but it applies to trombone and tuba. Huh? Huh? Part of the reason why we're doing that, so I can breathe through these corners. That's how we're gonna breathe. A lot of students like to do this. Try not to do that. We're gonna try to breathe from those corners, and I'm looking as dumb as possible. Oh, oh. Okay, so there can be some issues. I want you to try working on buzzing the mouthpiece and doing a long, straight buzz. Let me show you on the visualizer. Now, again, you want this nice aperture. Aperture is just a fancy word for that opening right there when I'm buzzing. So I'm going to put the mouthpiece rim and think, Okay, do this in a mirror. Practice in a mirror. Can you see what you're doing? Okay, and then the trumpet visualizer. Slightly different embouchure because of the smaller rim. So those are a couple of things I want you to do. Make sure you take a big old breath. Every time you breathe, you're taking a huge breath. And then your corners are back. Your chin is firm. You're thinking, and buzz into the mouthpiece, okay? All right. Can you do a long buzz? So your homework is to see how long you can go. And see if you can hold your embouchure steady. Try not to be like, I know it's going to be brand new for some of you, but that's the idea. That's what we want to accomplish in this exercise. Now, you also want to be using your tongue, starting each note with your tongue. Like you're imagining you're saying the syllable two. So when I play my mouthpiece, I'm actually thinking like I'm starting with my tongue. How do I do that? Mr. Layton, how do I do that? Well, let's pretend like this hand is my teeth, right? In my mouth. And this hand's going to represent my tongue. You're building up the air pressure behind your tongue and teeth. And it's actually your tongue's recoiling. You can hear my tongue touch the tip of my teeth. So I always say tip of the tongue to the back of the teeth. The back of your top two teeth right here, okay? Like you're imagining you're saying two. Or you can think of it as this. You ever spit wads, right? You have a straw and you have to go to launch that spit wad through. So you can try this at home. Grab your imaginary spit wad and take a big breath, right? So we just spit a spit wad out. But how did you do that? What's happening inside your mouth? Do it again. Let's do our imaginary spit wad. Ready? Okay, good. Now let's all say two. Two. what's happening inside your mouth. Do it again and again and really think about, what am I doing in my mouth? Your tongue is like flicking the back of your two front teeth. Okay, and that's how we're going to start each note. So we get a crisp tongue, and you have to do that forever, okay? Until I tell you otherwise. No trumpet mouthpiece, French horn. And that wasn't a really good start, but let me do it again. That was a really clean start that time. Trombone, baritone. And tuba, you're thinking more like a pow. Pow. Your tongue is going to be placed a little bit differently on tuba. My tongue is almost slightly sticking out, and I'm thinking pow, pow, right? Cool. Once you got that down and you can do a long straight buzz, then do this. I'm dropping stuff. All right. Go from low to high. And go slow. Go low to high. Okay, that's what I want you to work on. Straight buzz, low to high. If you do low to high, try high to low. Okay? And then I'll see you in the next video.